Hello, my name is Aiden Hassey, and today I'm going to talk about my interview questions and answers. I interviewed Jennifer Hassey, who is a financial center manager at Bank of America. I have her contact info in the document of the answers that I am going to send. So now I'm just going to go over what she responded to every question I asked, just a little summary of it. First question I asked her was, what does management and leadership mean to you? Her answer was the opportunity to make an impact on other people's lives. Second question is, what are the values and or traits you aim to embody in your approach to managing those you lead? She said that being fair, approachable, and effective was the answer to that one. What has been your greatest challenge or struggle with being a manager? How did you overcome these challenges? She said not taking things personally, that she needs to separate her feelings from the workplace, and it's two different worlds and you shouldn't have them intertwined so much. Fourth question, how do you continue to grow as a manager or leader, and as well as how do you continue to grow as a manager and leader as well as in your profession? Her answer was continuing to ask for feedback from reports, peers, and others just to make herself better. Do you have any mentors as a part of your personal leadership and or career development? If so, what has been the most helpful piece of advice or wisdom they have shared with you? She said she did have a lot of mentors, but she said one of the most important pieces of advice she got was to learn to give yourself grace. Everyone makes mistakes. Just learn and grow from them. What is her biggest piece of advice for someone that wants to go into her line of work? She said, don't stop learning new things and techniques. You're never going to stop learning, and you got to keep growing. What has been the biggest personal regret in your life as it relates to your professional development? She said not believing in herself in certain aspects of career, whether that be asking for promotions or moving on to somewhere else. Many things that can mean that she said, but it's just not believing in herself as a whole. How have you navigated difficult conversations with an employee? She said you have to plan ahead and be open to what they say, not to shut them out. Always be open. What has she done to be more self-aware, cognitive of nonverbal communication when leading others? She said being an active listener is extremely important. What tips, techniques, and or insights have helped you improve your communication presentation skills? She said recording herself when on a call so she can make adjustments with what she says and how she talks and how she sounds and everything. That was really big for her when she started doing that. What tips, techniques, and or insights have helped you improve? Oh, just read that one. When evaluating an employee, what do you look for? This was my question I asked her because I thought this was important to know. She said the ability to accept constructive criticism and their willingness to apply what they've learned. So that was big for me, coming in as someone who is looking to go into her field. Being able to know that from her was very important. So that was the end of the questions. It was a quick interview. She just wanted to be quick with it. We wanted to be concise, and she really made me learn a lot. I mean, I learned that believing in yourself is always important. You have to believe in yourself to be able to move on in the field. You can't not dwell on choices or dwell on things because you don't know. You always got to put yourself out there. You always got to be ready for whatever comes. You got to take this chance, take that chance. It only happens once. So you got to get on that and believe and really believe in yourself. You're there for a reason. You're there for a reason. So you need to, when you have chances, take them. I also learned that being able to apply things you learn is very important. So you need to always, she said, being an active listener is huge. So when there are people giving you advice, you need to learn and you need to be open to advice. You need to know what to do with that advice and how to grow from it. And you should never take learning or advice as a fault on you. Always be open to it. And I think the biggest piece of what she said of what I learned is you're always growing no matter how high you get. So being able to keep learning is important. No matter how high up of a manager you are or, how much money you make, there's always room to grow. There's always room to stand out and learn from other people, even if they're lower than you per se. So never stop learning, never stop growing, never be afraid to change, always adapt. There's new things coming in all the time in the workplace, especially now with all the new technology we have, and there's better ways to do things, and you should always be able to just keep growing. And I think 1 second. So the thoughts of my career, like the thoughts on what I think after this interview, is just opening up is very important. It's important to have these conversations with people that in your career. Like obviously Jennifer Hassey, and my name is Aiden Hassey. This is someone in my family, and I've never had a conversation with them like this. So it was very interesting to see how they feel and what they think is important rather than someone else, because it really opens up someone else to them that you didn't know was there. And yeah, I mean, it was a great interview. She was a great interview subject. She loved being interviewed. So that was my interview. That was my summary. I'll send it to you. Thank you.